What's up, everybody? It's me, Erica, and we are down here, girl. I've created a monster. Girl, hold on a second. I gotta go close. We're going to talk about the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. It was a good episode. It was a good episode. Dorit is not messing with Kyle in any kind of way. She is done. She said, Grace is over when you said we exaggerated our friendship, that I exaggerated our friendship. After 8 years, she was getting with Kyle. Kyle wasn't able to flip it. It's crazy how when you, Kyle was like, what? I've been a good friend to you. Okay, I thought you just said our friendship was exaggerated, girl. Which is it? I thought it wasn't that deep. It's exaggerated. You're exaggerating our friendship. We only went on one international trip together. And then you flip it around when she calls your shit out and says, I've been a good friend to you. How so? How so? I don't know why Kyle. I feel like Dorit, the as much as Kyle jokes, I feel like Dorit maybe was just joking. Her timing was off with the jokes because when they were going through all of the grievances that Kyle has with Dorit, because Dorit was like, it keeps changing. So you have multiple issues with me, homegirl. And instead of coming to me and just saying that, you isolate me. You don't talk to me. You don't communicate. What did Kyle say? I wasn't, let me get my notes. She said, I wasn't there. I wasn't at that place. And then Dorit was like, well, that doesn't mean that just because you're in a situation doesn't mean you treat the people around you who care about you, you don't treat them poorly. And all you got to do is just this is what she's saying in the confessional. All she got to do is tell me the fact that I don't watch what happens live. Oh no, she did tell her. Kyle says she's hurt because she put hurt by putting Kathy first. Then she heard that Dorit said that she was putting the tears on when she was crying at BravoCon. And then Dorit was like this. She was like, "Why are you smiling?" She's like, "Because you think I'm an idiot. You think I'm an idiot." It was Watch What Happens Live where I said what I said, and they played the clip of her saying that she feels that her and Kyle's relationship has changed now that Morgan is around. I'm sorry, Kyle, I love you, but that's how I feel. And she said, you isolated me. You could have just come to me and said it. And she said, I didn't have it in me. She said, I was struggling. And she was like, struggling, just because you're struggling doesn't mean you have to be mean. Then Kyle turns around and says, she's been a good friend to her. I've been a good friend to you. Okay, but then when I'm talking about our friendship, you're saying I'm exaggerating the friendship and trying to keep up with Morgan. And now you don't even want to say her name, Kyle. Bye, Kyle. No, no. I was like, Kyle is now you struggling. That's why she had to get up and walk away. Give me grace. She's like, I've given you a bit too much. When you said you exaggerated our friendship, grace time is over. You hurt me. Now you have to justify your actions. That's what Kyle was saying about Dorit. So they're going back and forth. She said she gave her too much grace. You exaggerated our friendship. Then Kyle gets up and walks out. Kyle gets up and walks out. Everybody's looking like, girl, what is going on? So she gets up and walks out. She's waiting for her car. Girl, I scream. She's waiting for her car, right? Garcelle comes out. Garcelle goes, what happened? What's going on? And she goes, it's just really hard to talk to her. Garcelle says, well, I know that, but like, what's happening? Like, what's going on? And then she was just basically saying, what was she saying? um yeah, that it's impossible to talk to her. Girl, when Dorit and Erika were walking out, right, and like Kyle was still kind of right there, the way they shot it made it seem like Kyle was still out there. But when Dorit was coming through and she was like, this dress, I'm gonna take it home and throw it away, Erika said, just yeah, throw that dress in the trash. Girl, what? It wasn't that ugly. Erika J said, throw that dress in the trash. Girl, mess. That was so funny to me. Um, it's just a load of BS. I'm fed up. I don't give a fuck. I need to have a voice. I'm bigger, better, and stronger. And she gives the middle finger to everybody. So she's in the same era that Kyle was in last season, except for Kyle was handling it differently, right? She was just handling it differently. We see how two people handle kind of similar situations differently. And they shouldn't be asked to handle situations the same. But I feel like Kyle is not being honest. Like Dorit says, she's not being honest. She's not being honest. You mad about something else, but you coming up with all these things. And then all these things, like, they pile up, and not one time have you gone to Dorit and said, Dorit, at BravoCon, at, at the reunion, blah blah blah, whatever. She doesn't. And she isolated her, ghosted her, I guess, and then got a new friend. And then for you to get on a podcast and be like, well, I mean, we like went on one trip together. It's a little bit of an exaggeration. 8 years? Fuck you, bitch. Okay, bitch. Is that? It's no different than if you were in a relationship with a man after 8 years and then he got up on something and said she exaggerated our relationship. Bitch, fuck you. Period. It's the same thing to me. That's how I feel. Girl, what? 8 years of friendship and then you get on somebody's podcast because why are you mad at me again? Because I said something, because I took up for Kathy? Girl. Because I didn't name you as the first Richard sister? Girl, didn't you get back at me? Right then and there? You made the drink fall? Like, girl, you just making up stuff. It must be something else. Kyle might not be being honest about what it is either. Like, it's a whole bunch of things. Dorit thinks it's because she went on Watch What Happens Live and said that because her and Morgan are cool now, that her relationship with Kyle has taken a back seat. She's gone into another relationship. No different. No different. We go to Bozoma's house. Is that her name? Boz. Her house is incredible. Oh my god. I loved her house. It reminded me of Margaret's house. You know how Margaret has like those different rooms? It reminded me of Margaret's house. I loved her house. I loved her backyard, just everything. She gets into her story. She's doing a workshop, boss babe, something about being a boss. 25-year history in corporate America. She got number one most influential CMO. She retired, I guess, working on podcasts and workshops. She got married to her Italian husband, Peter. He died when their daughter was 4. Um, and she said she felt like she had to get up and do something, and she keeps doing it and doing it. She's very successful, very successful. I think it's great. I love her addition to the cast, so we're here for it. So she invites Dorit and Erika over to her house. They're like, oh, we can't wait to see her house. Erika was like, oh, we can't wait to see her house. Yes, everybody, we can't wait to see her house. So Kyle goes out to dinner or lunch with Sutton. So they talk about last season how Kyle kept insinuating that or implying that Sutton has a drinking problem and all these issues. Remember, I love that they are rewinding the thing. So the girls, if they decide they want to lie, that we have the evidence, and they're like playing it. I love that they're doing that more frequently now, instead of us having to come down here and being like, remember when and blah blah blah. No, they put it in right there. Put it in right there. Thank you. Why do you trust Kyle? Who said I trusted her? Right, exactly. Who said I trusted her, girl? When people get around money, they start to act funny. She's talking about Mauricio. And men do not like to part with their money. She's not lying. Sutton is not lying. And there's Kyle looking like a damn dummy, talking about we're gonna be different. Maybe that's pompous. Yes, bitch. He didn't already switched your picture out on his desk. If you're not talking to an attorney, I'm sure he probably is. I'm sure he is. Girl, I'm like, don't be dumb. Like, and here's the Virgo telling Kyle, don't be dumb. Don't be dumb about your money. Don't be dumb, girl. I learned. I was married to a very powerful man. I had to go digging deep into some shit. I didn't even know I owned some shit that had my name on it, bitch. Didn't even know. Mauricio wrote a book and said that if it wasn't for my wife, I wouldn't have this stuff. And we're 50-50 on everything. Son says, I don't trust any of them. Hello? I don't trust none of them. Said something about a content creator, a male content creator telling me to collab. I don't collaborate with no men. No, that's not my ministry. I don't care if they get it together or not. I absolutely do not care. I don't trust them. Sun says she doesn't trust any of them. Men don't like partying with their money, and she's absolutely right. We see it every single day. Kyle says, she says you need to file. You need to get a grip and talk to an attorney. You really do. Just to talk. Like, let me tell you what's happening. This is what's happening. We're separating. He's already moved out. He's probably talking to an attorney too. Don't be a fool. Don't be a fool. Big Kathy did not raise you to walk into this kind of lifestyle for you to just lose it all because you trust a man. Girl, what? Then she talking about she was looking at wedding pictures and crying. Erika was like, that's okay. They had a little pizza and pajama party later. It was really cute. Them pizzas was looking so good. So good. Oh, today is Thanksgiving, huh? Happy Indigenous People Day, honey. Whatever. Cook, have a good time, eat, and enjoy your family. I forgot. Girl, we down here working. I had to work. I was like, I got to do everything, everything. I don't have to work today, of course, but I was like, I just I have to make my videos today. So I had to make my videos. I just want you to be smart, she says. Okay, then now let's talk about Dorit. She says Dorit came in hard and she wasn't expecting her to act like that. She says she feels like it's a reaction to several things. And she asked her, do you miss her? And she says, no, I think I'm too angry right now to miss her. About what? And the thing, okay, do y'all think that the comments that Dorit was making that Kyle has an issue with? Now I know, like, if you don't like Kyle, I don't think you can answer this because you're probably going to say no, it's not that big of a deal. But if you're neutral with Kyle, then do you think that all the grievances that she has, do you think they warrant to kind of sever the friendship? I mean, people can sever the friendships however way they want, but we kind of want to understand, like, an understanding behind the things that you're mad about and why you're mad about those, and how um Dorit really flipped it on her. I was like, okay, Dorit, when she flipped it on her at that table, and she was shocked. Like, I'm not the same person. Her and PK meet later. That was weird too. I was like, ugh, because, like, we'll get to it. Okay, at Bose's house, Dorit and Erika go up. They have to take their shoes off. The backyard was beautiful. When Sutton came over, did y'all notice at the bottom it said her Malibu house? They didn't go to the Malibu house. They was like in the LA Beverly Hills area type. They were in that area. Um, Erika said it's nice to finally have somebody that lives near me. So I don't know if she might live in Hancock Park or something, because I think that's where Erika lives, in Hancock Park. Shout out to Hancock Park in Larchmont Village. I used to live down the street. So Dorit and Kyle, they start talking about Dorit and Kyle, and she says that they isolate me, that she isolated her, right? Kyle isolated me. But why is she mad? And she says, I don't know. The answers keep changing. Baby, they had Kyle's grievances when she was at the reunion at BravoCon, what she said about her at BravoCon. She says we're both going through really hard stuff, but I feel like there's two sets of rules, right? And then you notice when Dorit was talking about it, Erika was just like, listening, right? Just listening. And then you heard the little odd the sound that they made when she said that she doesn't know why she's mad. Like if there's too many things, like she keeps naming all these things. Erika was just observing. Two sets of rules. Both are going through a really hard time. And it's ironic that the men are cool. They're going and hanging out and having dinner, and but their wives are fighting with each other. And why is that? Why? Why are y'all fighting? Can somebody tell me why Dorit and Kyle are fighting? Um, what do the kids think? The kids think that he's working. Didn't I say that? They ain't got to tell them shit. He's never there anyway. We all knew that. That wasn't a big shocker. We knew that he wasn't there. So what do you got to tell the kids? They're already used to him not being there. PK goes off when he used to drink. He would get upset and go off and go drink and not come back for several weeks. What? But then it's weird that when they're out to dinner sitting, it's like, oh, we talk every day, 5 times a day. And I'm so glad PK was really doing good. And, I guess, maybe he's doing his alcoholism, misuse of alcohol. He's doing the work because he was like, he kept saying it to Dorit. We have to break the codependency. We have to break the codependency. We talk to each other the way that we talk to each other. We will be kicked out of here if we talk to the service staff like that. The way that we talk to each other, we will be kicked out of here. We have to stop talking. She was shocked. She was shocked. We can't keep being codependent. You're gonna have to do it on your own. We're not gonna talk every day. I'm sorry, but that was like a boundary. PK was like, but he got up and showed his clothes and he was like, single PK. Excuse me? Single PK? Girl, did you hear when Dorit was like, you keep eating that bread, you ain't go, because PK looks totally different, right? He's probably stopped retaining water and all the things. And now he's eating the bread because you see, he ordered French fries and he was like, can we have some bread and can we have some French fries? He gonna blow up. If you don't wait, you better get your ass on that damn treadmill, PK, single PK. I was like, excuse me? So let's see, he's not there, goes off and drinks. Is there a chance of reconciliation? She was like, there's that possibility. I don't think it is. The same way, however, I think it's really different. I think it's different. Okay, so we probably shouldn't be comparing Mauricio and Kyle to Dorit and PK. I think it's a completely different dynamic, but we can see how they're handling it, right? um Dorit is like, it's fuck everybody. PK is like, I'm clear now that I stopped drinking. Kyle said the same thing. I'm clear now that I stopped drinking. I was tired of putting up with BS. I was tired of doing this. I was tired of it. But now she's in the house. I'm all alone. Did you hear when she was like, calling her daughter, are you coming over here? She was feeling lonely, I guess. But that was good that Sutton, Kathy, and Erika went over her house. That was such a cute little scene. Um, At Sutton's house, Kathy just walks in. Did you notice that she just walked into her house? Kyle told Sutton that there's a picture on Mauricio's desk of them, and they showed the picture. He has replaced it with the picture of him and his partner from Dancing with the Stars. Girl, what? Girl, what? I mean, I don't know why I feel like that's so passive aggressive. Does anybody else think that? Why would you change that picture like that? Not like putting like changing the picture to put it like of your daughters. I don't know, but of another woman. I think that was passive aggressive, y'all. I'm sorry. And did you see when Kathy was trying to talk shit about Mauricio and Kyle was like, no, no, don't do that, don't do that. She was like, it doesn't make me feel good. She was like, oh, I thought it would. She was like this because he was in the gym showing his body on IG. Girl, they were trying to say, do we talk shit about him? What do you want? The PK said he's clear. He said he realized that he don't really like, I mean, I don't like you. And that's the thing. It's like, I don't know why Dorit is acting like she's like fuck you to Kyle, but that's who you should be directing that towards. PK, not like fuck you to PK, but at the same time, like, why do you think that PK likes you all the time? Who likes somebody all of the time? Girl, I don't like you all the time. You got some shit to work on too. Just like I got some shit to work on. You ain't the best person to be around all the time either, bitch. So, you know what I'm saying? And then for her to be like, "Do you like me?" He was like, "I mean, why would you ask me that? Because who likes somebody 100% of the time?" And then you just got finished talking about how poorly you speak to one another. But why are you asking him if he likes you? Does he speak to you like he likes you? Why don't you go off the actions instead of the words? And I think that's what gets so many people like caught up. Like, if he's talking to you like he doesn't like you, don't ask him, do you like me? Bitch, obviously. People don't talk to people like that they don't like. He said it. PK said it. If we talk to the staff like we talk to each other, they would kick us out of here. We got to cut the codependency, cut it out. I love that he kept saying that. He needed to he was drawing his boundary with her. But at the same time, why are you acting like you want to run towards him? Like, you still like, what is Dorit? Why is Dorit doing that? Like, why is Dorit doing that? She was like, we already talk 5 times a day. He's like, well, that's not gonna keep, we're not gonna keep doing that. And then she was like, well, why is he all of a sudden single PK? If you're not taking shit anymore from your friends, then you shouldn't take the shit anymore from your man. And that's the thing with women. It's like, we have deep relationships with each other, but we cut each other off before cutting off the actual the problem. Like, there's not the same investment there. Like I said with Kyle and Dorit at the beginning, bitch, we've been in a relationship for 8 years. You reduce it to saying that I'm exaggerating because you got a new bitch. I'm exaggerating our relationship. Same shit. I feel the same way. And how could you? But then you turn around and say, we've been friends. But my thing is with Dorit, if it's fuck you to Kyle, it should be fuck you to PK. And PK is already like, he's out of there. He's out. He's already out. He's done. Um, by Mauricio, right, with the picture. Everybody's like, girl, bye. Girl, get out of here. Um, you're hurt and hopeful. Erika says, well, shit, I've been through some shit too. Who are me to judge, honey? Who are me? Shout out to Andrew Caldwell. Who are me to judge? So they go Kyle. Kyle says her home is quiet and she's scared because her home is quiet. The women are on the way to Kyle's house and they were trying to figure out how they're going to get through the gate. They said they were Amazon, girl, and she just let them in. Let them in. The Amazon person is here. You saw Kathy trying to act. They're like, Kathy, how you gonna do it? Kathy's not the actress, honey. It's Kim and Kyle who are the actresses. Okay. Um, they're gonna surprise Kyle. They have pajamas and they have pizzas. They're gonna make some pizzas, and it was so cute. She was surprised. Portia goes to the door to answer. She was like, the doorbell. Did somebody knock on the door? Did somebody ring the doorbell? And then Kyle was running after the dogs, trying to get the dogs so the Amazon man can come in, but it's really the women, of course. And then they surprised her, and she was really surprised, and they had a good time, But of course, just showing support to Kyle while she's going through this separation with Mauricio. And Kathy wanted to talk shit. She was like, "Girl, that doesn't make me feel good." She was like, "Girl, I thought it would. Just let me know, because we could talk shit about the motherfucker." Um, you trust them in too much. You just need to be prepared. All of them are saying that. Erika is saying that. Don't trust them too much. Sutton says, I don't trust any of them. Even Kathy says, you just need to be prepared. You need to be prepared. Um, Then they mentioned Sutton getting $350,000 a month in her divorce settlement. She was like, "Girl, you got something. It's easy for you to say, because bitch, you left with something." And that's what they're trying to get Kyle. Like, make sure you get, you built the business. You helped him build it. He's mentioned it, but they were like, those divorce attorneys don't care about no book. Girl, they don't give a damn. Who said that? I think Erika said that, or Sutton. They don't care about that book. Um, you need to walk out with something. That's what Erika said to Sutton. At least you walked out with something. Kyle said maybe she's pompous, but maybe we're different.
You must think about that one again.
Famous last words, girl. Famous last words. I'm different. Well, I'm different. I'm different. I'm different, girl. Okay. Um, and when they left, she closes his office because his office doors because Sutton mentioned like the picture. She was like, "Girl, why did he do that? That's passive aggressive. I don't like that. He could have changed that picture to the picture of his daughters. He didn't have to put another woman, especially knowing how sensitive Kyle is. Like, you being mean. You being mean. So, and that's like, if you're not paying attention, that's just something little that he's doing. Like, I feel like that was like he pinched her with that. You know what I'm saying? And then it's gonna get bigger. Then he's gonna end up socking you in the arm. You're gonna be like, oh wait, that kind of hurt. Yeah, and then he's gonna try to take your damn head off. Don't trust these motherfuckers. These men do not want to part with their money. No matter how well of a maid you were, how well of a mule you were, and how well of a mattress you were, they still don't want to part with their money. And you, bitch, you were probably managing the money, girl. So she closes his doors. So PK and Dorit are at the restaurant, and he stands up and tells her he's single PK, honey. How do you like single PK? PK looks different. He talked about how they speak to each other. It sounds like PK was a selfish, self-centered, I'm the man. He said he didn't like the way she talked to him. She was emasculating him. I'm the man of this house. He wanted to maintain some sort of hierarchy. I was the center of attention. You heard all the shit he was saying. All the shit. All of it. Guess she stopped doing that. Um, she asked him, did he like her? And he was like, we just talked about that, girl. Shut up. Anyway, so he says that he doesn't like her all of the time. And nobody likes anybody all of the time. Like, that's the thing. In every single relationship, you're going to have to understand that there's parts of your personality and another person's personality that when the parts of our personalities meet and don't mesh at any time, could be at any time. We're not harmonizing. You're on a different frequency, I'm on a different frequency. Maybe you get back in tune with each other, maybe you don't, maybe it never gets back into tune, and so every time you come together it's static. I don't like you all the time, and that's just what it is. So he was like, we gotta put some space between us. We gotta stop this codependency thing, right? He's drinking and she's the one that is acting. But it's weird because there's two things happening for me. For Dorit, it's two things happening. It's like she's upset, she's not going to take things anymore. He's the one who doesn't drink anymore, and it's like clear, like, oh, I don't really even like, she's a part of the problem too. She emasculates me, she talks to me crazy, da 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 da. But to me it sounded like he wanted to maintain some sort of hierarchy, and Dorit is like, no. And I'm interested in hearing what she said to him to make him feel emasculated. That's what I'm interested in, because like, what did she say? Does Dorit got a mouth on her? The way he said, the way we talk to each other, because like Dorit is, we see her get a little snippy, but I think we're gonna see her anger at this season as well too, because we see her and Kyle getting into it. That same energy to me should be directed at PK, but not like in that way, not demonstrated in that way, but that same energy, like, fuck him. You want to talk 5 times a day for what? Y'all are separating. It's time to put some space between you. And that's it. So we'll see how that works out. But Kyle and Dorit, I don't know what to say. Um, I don't know what to say about Garcelle. Like, Garcelle, this episode wasn't that much. The only thing that she was saying something about, because she was out of town. Sutton said she was out of town. That was funny when Sutton said, "You lost another black girl. What kind of mother are you?" Because she's doing a series of lost. I think it's called Lost Black Girl or Black Girl Lost or something like that. And Sutton is stupid. She talking about you lost another black girl. What kind of mother are you? Anyways, I need to go watch the after show, I guess. Jennifer Tilly wasn't in it that much either. But we'll see. So I like this episode. I thought it was a good episode. Y'all let me know what y'all think of the episode. Y'all let me know if Kyle's issues with Dorit, from your perspective, do they seem worthy of dissolving the friendship? Maybe they're just all coming into like awareness. Is like I said, like Kyle said she was coming into an awareness. PK said came into an awareness. Dorita saying we haven't really heard from Mauricio in that way. I mean, I think he talked about it on his that selling. He did a selling show. He did a reality show on Netflix, and I think they talked about it more on there, so you can get his perspective. I think they talked about. I feel like they talked about. I feel like I saw a clip of him talking about him and Kyle. I do. Y'all think that what that Mauricio changing that picture in that frame was passive aggressive? I do. I think he's like. That's why they said don't trust these motherfuckers. Because why would you change it to that? Why? Why that picture? Why? Like honestly, why not a picture of your dog? Of your dogs? Why not a picture of you by yourself? What about your daughters? Why would you put like you're just like inviting, it was like you're inviting that in there, and then what can she say? Y'all separated, but that's why she closed the doors. Close them, keep them doors closed to his office. Anyway, shout out to double door offices with double doors. Anyways, y'all take care of each other, protect your energy. Let's get down in the comments. Peace.